So, well, first thing, we are very glad to be at the WIMA this year. It's 5 years in a row that we're coming, so we're very glad about that. And this contest has been actually elaborated after our own needs because we are using this solution on all of our booths, like on CES or MWC. And now we've got customers asking for this exactly the same kind of solution. So we are now selling this solution, and it was a perfect occasion to be at the WIMA and use all of our hotspots and to organize this contest with the organization. So this is really now a solution based on our own platforms, which is available for customers to use on their own shopping centers or other events. So thanks to our expertise, we can develop almost anything using NFC and other things. That's the vision at Taztag. NFC plus something is interesting, not NFC just for the technology and the sake of it. So NFC plus biometry, security, or even things like Zigbee for home automation or smart energy. So we do associate all of this with NFC in all of our architectures. And we can develop almost anything because we do control the whole design from the PCB to antennas. We do develop our own antennas for NFC, for instance. We have the only tablet, the Tazpad, with back and front antenna. And this is because we develop it, and up to the mechanical. So everything in the chain is us. So because of this, we can develop almost any kind of format, move from 7 inches to 10 inches screen, move to IP65 ruggedized devices. We have now a defense, a very specific phone for defense market, which is coming soon I think next quarter, which will be a secure phone secured to the bootloader using NFC, Zigbee, and biometry again. So we can really develop almost anything with NFC. So I think it's interesting to answer that, to move back first and to say that when we started the company in 2008, 5 years ago, and our first WIMA was 2009, we were part of the game where NFC was discussing NFC for the technology of it. Everybody thinking that it would be interesting, but what for? 2-3 years ago, it was NFC is good. All the C-levels wanted a project for NFC and with NFC, but they were not sure exactly what they were going to do with it, but they were ready to invest in that. Now, they all started projects, stopped projects, almost all of them, except South Korea and Japan, as usual. But there is no real interest for NFC only, and that's part of our vision. Now we are absolutely aligned with where the network, the ecosystem is going. And now what we think is that NFC is good because of the mix, the interesting mix with all of the other features like security, biometry, so making sure that you can identify someone securely with NFC and make smart usage with all of these posters and the infrastructure is interesting. So I think now it's more and more NFC for the usage than NFC for the technology, which is good. That's what, according to us, will make it successful. So I think this edition is interesting because it confirms exactly this, that according to the discussion we had with organizer, yourself and Joanna, with all of the other exhibitors and the attendees, now it's more clear that NFC is moving to something real. And that's really, to us, that's really a big difference compared to the other former editions, where this was still a discussion about what can we do with it. So now it's coming to something more and more interesting and concrete. And I think all of the winners of the prizes, like us with the solution, but the marketing, like Think & Go, or Peter with the hardware, all of this is more and more going to making something real with it.
Will you be back next year?
We will. We'll have more things like this. Certainly, more and better solution. Yes. And yes, certainly we will.
Okay.
And I think we'll be part also of the WIMA USA.